for the World Cup is reaching its final stages, and that includes for people with disabilities. One company is getting ready to help people who are deaf and hard of hearing navigate this mammoth event. Sign Now helped deaf people enjoy the Eurovision Song Contest along with other events, and we are joined in the studio by the company's CEO, Abeer Levy. Hello to you, Abeer.
Hi, Laura.
We're also joined, and this is a first for Middle East now, Abeer Elgabria. I think you can hear me. Hello, Abeer. She will be interpreting into Arabic Sign Language. So this is very exciting for us. We've never had somebody signing for us in the studio. So welcome to you both. First of all, I just want to ask you, how many hearing impaired deaf people are you expecting to attend the World Cup?
So first, Laura, thank you for this important interview, and I want to thank, like you said, to Abeer. She's an Arab Sign Language interpreter from Israel, and I am proud of her. So Abeer, shukran. There are going to be thousands of deaf people that are going to come to Qatar from all over the world, and I believe that from their houses, something like 50 million deaf people will watch those games, and it's very important to manage them to be accessible like we need to do all over the world.
All right, so tell us a bit about your app, Sign Now, and how it's going to help deaf people.
So Sign Now is a startup who solved today the challenge of 90 million deaf people who start their lives at a lower point because of lack of communication with the hearing environment. And our journey has started in 2019 when we managed the first time in the world the Eurovision Song Contest in Israel to be accessible for the deaf community. And after that, we developed the Sign Now app that connects on demand between deaf people, sign language interpreters, and service providers through an accessible video. And we did it with our friends at the Kaveret and the JDC, and we allowed to deaf people all over the world to communicate with the bank, with the hospital, with shop centers, anything they need. And I have to say, at the war between Russia and Ukraine, we helped to dozens of deaf people to escape from the war and to communicate with the emergency call centers and to come to Israel and to save their lives. So sometimes accessibility is about human lives.
Wow, so you are really helping people around the world. That is really nice to hear. So how do you think that the work you're going to do at the World Cup will compare to other events?
I can tell you that the awareness is growing and growing, but it takes time, and we need things like that to put the sign language in front of the face of the people, also in front of the hearing people, and to change the life, and I believe it's going to change very soon.
So you think that awareness of deaf people's needs is growing when it comes to hosting big events, concerts, that kind of thing?
Yes, and I have to say about what you say, we have a combined team of deaf and hearing, Jews and Arab, and we work today to help especially to the Arab society in Israel and around the world. And today, in your show, we start our overseas strategy, and we're not going to go to Europe and the US like every startup. We start with Arab states because the need is huge. And I can tell you something that I didn't tell before. In 2022, we are going to manage accessibility in hospitals in very surprising Arab states. And you know why? Because, like I said, sometimes accessibility is about human life.
Because, of course, you're an Israeli company.
Yes.
We should say, yeah.
Yeah, it's another thing.
Can you tell me which countries? Or you want to keep that
to give you the scoop right now?
Yeah.
We're going to start with the UAE and Bahrain, and we have some other states that I shouldn't say because it's like in a process, but we're going to do it. And I have to say last sentence. I want to say to all deaf community around the world that we don't care where you come from. We do not care about politics. We just want to help 90 million deaf people to be a part of the majority of the society. It's very important to say that.
Right, because if you're deaf in one country or another, it doesn't make any difference, does it?
Exactly.
You need the assistance, and you are providing great assistance. So that is really nice to talk to you, and good luck with World Cup.
Thank you so much. Can I say a last thing? It's very important.
Sure.
I want to say from here to our friends from FIFA in Switzerland, to Vivo in China, and to our truly friends from Qatar, وبالنجاح الجميع في كل العالم. Let's make history. We are going to manage this World Cup and to change the world for the world deaf community. Thank you, Laura. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Abeer Levy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you as well to Abeer Elgabria. Thank you to you as well. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.